The next couple of videos are going to be about the more physical aspects of playing clarinet, as in how you should use your muscles and all that stuff. This video is about embouchure. Embouchure, for those of you who don't remember, is basically how you shape your lip muscles around the mouthpiece to gain control and ability. There are three main principles for embouchure. Number one, your chin is flat, okay? I'm trying to show you exactly what it should be right now. It works great if you smile with your teeth out, right? Or if you say the letter E, your chin is basically down. Why does your chin need to be flat? Well, basically, this is how this works. This reed vibrates against the mouthpiece, right? Your bottom lip is touching here. If you have a flat chin, that means basically all your muscles are being pulled down. So they're being pulled away from the reed, which lets the reed basically vibrate. If you play with a bunched chin, which some people do, like that, like you're frowning, you're adding, in my opinion, unnecessary pressure on the reed, which will lead to all sorts of problems. Again, sound and range being the more typical ones that happen. Number two, your corners need to be tight, okay? They don't have to be, some people have different opinions about whether they should be tucked in or tucked out, whatever. As long as they act like a stabilizing agent around your embouchure, that's all you're looking for. Number three, which is the most important, I think, is it shouldn't move, okay? Any kind of movement in your embouchure is usually a compensation for some other weak fundamental, usually voicing or articulation, okay? So when you play, you want to see a stable embouchure, an embouchure that looks like this, right? A flat chin, tight corners, and when you play it doesn't move, right? If I play any scale, it just doesn't move, okay? Now, I know what you're saying. That's great. And now I know these things, but how do I actually do it? There's no way I can teach you how to not move your face, right? The only way for you to learn how to get a proper embouchure is with a mirror. If you don't have a mirror, go buy a mirror. A small mirror that you can put on your music stand, preferably something that's magnets so that it can stick, so you can get a good angle at all times. But there's no substitute for that. I probably spent 10 years, just playing with a mirror essentially, and just to be sure that all of this was looking good. This really isn't. Look, some players play with different embouchures. That's okay. You're not those players, okay? If you become those players, you can ignore all this. But for now, go with flat chin, tight corners, doesn't move. The other problem that most people hear when it comes to embouchure is biting, right? I know when I was in school, it's like, don't bite. Every band director or teacher is like, stop biting, stop biting. But no one really had a solution to the problem. They're just like, it's like a teacher saying, be better. Okay. The best way to negotiate, to deal with biting is to learn how to play double lip. Okay, if you don't know this at all, I'm going to try to do it from scratch. So basically when you play clarinet, your top teeth touch the mouthpiece, right? They rest on the mouthpiece. Double lip is basically curling your top lip underneath your top teeth so that no teeth are touching the mouthpiece, right? So you play like that, right? And by doing so, you actually create a sort of like a pressure barrier, right? If you start to bite, you actually start to feel it in your top lip a whole lot more than if you just had your teeth resting on the mouthpiece. The other major benefit of double lip is that if you just make this shape, right, like that shape, it sort of automatically arches your tongue in a good voicing position. So double lip is really the ideal clarinet embouchure. The major problem with double lip is endurance. It's very, very difficult to play, 90-minute concert entirely double lip. Certain players have done it, but it's just usually not commonplace for that to happen. Now, here's a test to see if double lip will help you. Let me say this: it'll help practically everybody. But if you've only been playing single lip for all of your life, and then you play double lip, here are three sort of things to listen for. One, can you do it? Right? Does it actually produce a clarinet sound, or does it not work at all? Two, how painful is it? It's going to hurt because you're not used to having any pressure in your top lip, right? If it's very, very, very painful, that tells you you're biting, essentially. Number three, can you play high notes with it? Right? If you play a chromatic scale double lip and you really start to lose response, or it sounds really, really spread as you get up, that means you've been relying on biting for those notes to come out for all of your playing life. Double lip is I still do it, you know, every day when I warm up double lip. Sometimes I'll use it in performances if I'm getting really tired. It's the best way to do this. And you know, the side benefit of double lip is that you actually start to train your upper lip, right? I mean, your embouchure sort of acts on 4 points, right? You have your chin going down, you have your corners going sideways, and then now your top lip can start to act like almost like a cushion against any kind of excess pressure. So you have something that's more spread out, which really lets things vibrate much easier. Yeah, so play double lip.